What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video, and welcome to your stimulus check update, stimulus package and infrastructure update and daily news report for Wednesday, August 18th. There's a lot of stuff that we need to cover in today's video. First off, we're going to go over the fourth stimulus check. We got some more calls and more progressives that are asking for this, but for a different reason. We also have a little bit of an update on the Social Security boost. We have more talks on additional checks, but also who should these checks be going to. And I want to provide you some COVID related news that is actually going to, most likely, according to experts, this is going to sweep across the nation. So we will see this very soon. But I just want to thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful week so far. If you are, please go ahead and hit that like button. I love to see that you guys are doing great. Also, consider subscribing so that you never miss an update. But let's get into the update for today. First, Social Security is most likely going to get its biggest increase this year. According to experts, COLA, which is the cost of living adjustment, this is already projected at 6.2%. This is very high. Last year, it was 1.2%. That was all people got. So Social Security is going to see a very big boost. Experts are currently anticipating this will most likely increase to about 6.4 to 6.5% by the end of this year. So if it's a 6.5% increase for the cost of living adjustment, that's going to be over $100 per month that people receive. That is a big boost. Now, this is considered really good, but here's the downside. The reason why we are seeing this 6.2% projected cost of living adjustment is simply because of the rise of inflation. As products and services cost more money, the American people need more money to live. So, even though you're going to see a pretty substantial bump to your Social Security income, the problem there is it's everything else that is costing a little bit more money, which is the reason for this. So just keep that in mind. Now, here's something that we are starting to see. Many lawmakers are calling for an extension of the unemployment benefits. Now, I bring this up because as we get these calls, as we get these demands for an extension of unemployment benefits, and as some lawmakers say no, they do not want to extend this, the problem there and what happens is now those lawmakers have to figure out a way to provide more assistance to the American people. If it can't be through unemployment benefits, how else can they do it? And this is where those calls for an additional stimulus check are really coming through. According to reports, more than 7 million people are about to lose their unemployment benefits on September 6th. That means in 19 days, in just 19 days, 7 million people are going to lose their unemployment benefits. Well, what does this mean? This means that lawmakers are currently scrambling. They have 19 days to figure out a way to either extend these benefits or to talk with those that do not want to provide an extension of unemployment benefits. Currently, it doesn't matter what Republicans want to do. It doesn't matter. What lawmakers are trying to do is determine which out of all the Democrats in the House and the Senate do not support an extension of unemployment benefits. Currently, there's less than a handful of people. The main person is Joe Manchin in the Senate. Joe Manchin has already stated that he doesn't support an extension of any kind. The economy is doing much better. However, if Joe Manchin says no, then the answer is no. Nothing can be done about that. But experts are saying that with so many people about to lose their benefits, with the slow rollout of rental assistance funds, and with only $250 to $300 per month per child for this child tax credit payments, that more must be done. Lawmakers have stated that back in June, with the COVID cases decreasing and with the vaccination rates increasing, that there was no need for an additional extension. This was back in June. This was about 2 months ago. But today, experts say we are going the other direction. They stated that more assistance is going to be vital to getting us back to our pre-pandemic economy. However, yesterday, the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell stated that there's no going back to the exact same economy and things will be different. Well, here's what you need to keep in mind. Last month we saw 943,000 new jobs added in July. We also saw our unemployment rate drop from 5.9% down to 5.4%. This is good. But experts say, and they are expecting, the unemployment numbers to rise once again. They will change as we roll into colder months. They say to anticipate that Congress is going to push for more of an unemployment extension. They say it is going to happen, but it will most likely be too late. So, one thing I can tell you is, according to multiple experts and lawmakers, they say they will provide more relief. There will be more in that $3.5 trillion infrastructure package for stimulus for the American people. But here's the issue. Some are asking for too much. Some are asking for $2,000 plus per month for every single American in order to make it through this pandemic. Well, experts say that is too much. That is never going to happen. And until some of these lawmakers, and they're mostly progressives, come to grips with reality, is the words that they used. Until they come to grips with reality, nobody is going to support their bill. This is something that I said a while back, that if we see a $2,000 plus one-time payment to the hardest hit individuals, then yes, we could see this. And that's the exact same consensus through many experts, is that's what we need. But no lawmaker has actually proposed that yet. And so that's what I want to bring to your attention, is even though, yes, do we need a stimulus check? Yes, we do. Do we need more assistance? I think absolutely yes, we do. Do we need to get through this pandemic? Of course. But here's the thing. Lawmakers are playing this game. They're trying to figure out how can they propose new bills without getting those bills just simply rejected and shot down. Well, one way they can do it is by waiting until the last minute and then proposing that amendment and that change, that proposal then. If they do this, and we've seen it happen multiple times before, that all of a sudden we get a random breaking news report, and the Senate all of a sudden has a new amendment. They have a new bill. They have some type of new legislation all of a sudden just passed. And so that's interesting. And chances are we're going to see that. According to multiple Senate aides, or House Representative aides, they are saying that right now there are ideas and plans circulating, but nobody's proposing them. And according to these reports, it's simply because they are waiting until the last minute, so that hopefully at the last minute everyone's tired, doesn't want to deal with it, and they just push it through. So that's, according to reports, what we are going to see. That many progressives, or many lawmakers, and a small group of progressives right now are saying that stimulus checks are a must. They don't want to push for another tax credit, as these will not help everybody here in the United States. They say they want to provide $2,000 plus stimulus checks so that everybody can get through this tough time. But they say passing a $2,000 stimulus check to over 150 million people will be costly. They say this $2,000 stimulus check will either go to less individuals, which that's what I've been saying all along, and that's currently what I believe is going to happen. And experts say that yes, it could happen, $2,000 stimulus checks to the hardest hit individuals. But they also say if this $3.5 trillion infrastructure bill gets any smaller than $3.5 trillion, then the chances of seeing any stimulus whatsoever is completely out of the question. So, just want to warn you that we are going to see this negotiation happen. Once this $3.5 trillion infrastructure bill passes through the House, which it hasn't. We actually haven't even seen the budget reconciliation bill. We've only voted on the budget resolution. So we've only voted on the idea behind, let's put this bill together. That's really it, but it's only been voted on in the Senate. In the House, they're expected to come in sometime next week, vote on the budget resolution, hopefully pass the budget resolution, and then the committees can begin working on the budget reconciliation bill and all the legislation there. But again, we're still a little ways away. So what we know is that in the end, if this bill, according to experts, is any smaller than $3.5 trillion, it will not have enough money to fund stimulus checks. But at the same time, the Treasury and Janet Yellen, they need to make sure the debt ceiling gets increased. If it doesn't get increased, then according to experts, there is absolutely no way additional stimulus checks will be included. So, just want to break that down. Now, let's get into some mask mandates and COVID news. A school district in Texas has found a way around Governor Greg Abbott's mask mandate. Instead of paying the fine for the mask mandates that Greg Abbott has kind of imposed from his mask ban throughout the state, the school district has simply changed their dress code to now include masks. So yes, they just kind of went a roundabout way to do the exact same thing they're going to do anyway. According to multiple reports, the governor doesn't have the authority to make an executive order to change dress codes. So, according to multiple experts, they say this could be something that more school districts decide to do in states where there are bans on mask mandates. So, we will see what happens there, but I thought that was very interesting. And yesterday I told you that Governor Greg Abbott, he tested positive for COVID. Well, doctors are now saying that he must have been very anxious and scared, or else he would not have gone to get the monoclonal antibody therapy. And a handful of reports show that Governor Greg Abbott has been telling close friends that he has received a third dose of the vaccine. All while he's telling Texas residents, hey, you don't need a mask. And he's really not even pushing for vaccines either. So some are really questioning, what his thinking is behind this. But here in Texas, not here in Texas, but in Texas, they are one of the states that's having a high ICU hospitalization rate. Florida and Mississippi are both up there as well, with an ICU capacity up over 90%. That's not great. Some are saying that almost every bed in certain hospitals are completely full. I saw a report the other day that somebody was shot 6 times and had to wait days. They had to wait days just to be seen. So that's not a great story either. Experts warn us that cases have been steadily increasing and that the COVID Delta variant is more contagious and much deadlier than anything else that we have ever seen. Experts warn us that this is just the beginning. We're not almost out of the pandemic. We are just getting started. Also, I've been getting more reports from some media outlets and from multiple friends around the United States. They are now saying that stores are beginning to sell out of toilet paper and bottled water once again. Manufacturing has been a problem all along for a lot of different products, but the lack of truck drivers has actually sped up this and made it so many stores are not getting the products that they need, especially in a decent amount of time. So, just want to warn you guys, you may want to consider stocking up on certain supplies now before they're gone and before you're going to overpay for certain things. I remember last year, people were selling toilet paper about $5 to $10 per roll when it was like $1 per roll to buy. So they're selling it for 5 to 10 times what it was actually costing them. Water. I remember last year, for a case of water, people were selling it for $50 to $100 per case when it costs like $2.99 to buy. So again, we're going to see this. I just want to warn you guys, so make sure you get out there and get all your products. Again, that's what we know right now, but as I know more, I promise I'll come back on and fill you in on all the latest news and updates. Again, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead, hit that like button. It really does help out the channel. Also, consider subscribing so I can keep you up to date on everything that's going on. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.